Hey y'all, today we're in Balmorhea, Texas, and we're on our way down to Balmorhea State Park. This is going to be about 5 minutes from Interstate 10 and only about 20 minutes from where Interstate 10 and 20 come together. So if you're traveling through between San Antonio and El Paso or between Dallas and El Paso, this is going to be along those routes. So we're going to go in, check it out, explore around, and see everything that the park has to offer. They do have a gated entry, so if you're going to be getting there late or if you're going to be camping and staying overnight, you want to make sure that you have that gate code. As soon as you come in the gate, the office is going to be on the right. This is where everybody's going to stop and check in, whether you're there for day use or if you're staying overnight for camping. This is where everybody stops to check in and pay. This is going to be where you can get your park maps and any information you might need. They also have a store with souvenirs. They have postcards, magnets, t-shirts, things like that. And then they also have some last-minute essential items in case you forgot anything. The park does get really crowded, and they recommend that you have a reservation, especially in the summer, because nearly every day they reach capacity and have to close. The main draw to the park is going to be the pool. The pool is the world's largest spring-fed pool. It's 1.7 acres, and the water temperature always stays between 72 and 76 degrees. The pool opens every day at 8 o'clock and it closes at 7:30. Most people who come to the park are there to swim in the pool, so that section gets really crowded. But the rest of the park was really empty when we were there, even in the summer. So there's a lot of spots that you can find that are quiet if you're just looking for a place to relax. As you head inside, they do have some signs giving you some information about the springs and also giving you some information about the pool, the fish and things that are found in the pool, as well as some safety tips for swimming there. They do have bathrooms just inside the gate, and they have changing rooms at the back, so you can get changed into your swimsuit when you get there, or you can get cleaned up and dried off to head home. So out in this grassy area, they have a lot of picnic tables that you can use, and then people also set up tents and chairs so that they can put their stuff and just kind of hang out for the day. You can bring picnics and coolers, so it's a nice spot to hang out by the pool. The pool is really neat. It's really unique. It's like a combination of swimming in a swimming pool and swimming in a lake or a pond. One end is shallow and it has a cement bottom, so it's like a pool. And then the middle and the other end are a lot deeper. They go all the way to 25 foot deep, and the bottom is a natural bottom with sand and rocks. The water is all natural water from the springs. It flows through so much a day that it filters and cleans itself, so they don't have to add anything to it. The water is really clear. You can scuba dive and you can snorkel, so that's really cool. They have some diving boards in the deep section, and then at one end they have a higher diving board. I did wait until the last minute right before the pool closed to film this because it was super crowded in the middle of the day, and I didn't want to film a lot of people swimming and in their swimsuits. So the reason it looks really empty is because it was time for it to close. Even though the water was deep, it was so clear that you could still see the bottom in a lot of spots. Over on the other side, it was much more like a swimming pool. The water was shallow and the bottom was a flat cement bottom, and the water was super clear, so it looked like you were in a pool, but there were a lot of little fish swimming around, so it was definitely different. We saw some catfish swimming around in the shallow end, and that freaked me out just a little bit, but that might just be me. You might be comfortable with that. You can see that there's a big difference in the bottom of the shallow and the deep. It just kind of drops off and goes to a natural bottom, but you can tell when it's going to drop off and when you're going to get to a deeper section. So I wanted to add in a quick clip from the middle of the day just to show you how it was when it was a little bit more crowded. There were a lot of people there scuba diving and playing and different things. So just to let you see how it looked when it was the middle of a summer day. Out behind the pool, they do have a basketball goal where you could play some basketball. And then right outside the gate, they have a swing set with some more picnic tables. The water that flows out of the pool flows down these little canals and out through the rest of the park. These little canal waterways were super pretty, and to me, they were my favorite part of the park. They're really, really clear. You could see fish swimming around, and it was just really neat and really peaceful. You can't get into the water in these sections, but it's just a really nice place to sit and look at it and relax. They have some signs telling about some of the fish found here and let you know what you can watch for in the water. This little waterfall is really pretty and it's in a nice shady spot. And then right behind the waterfall, they have a little motel. So if you don't have a camper but you want to stay the night, they have rooms available to rent. We didn't go inside the rooms, so I'm not sure what they look like. It looks like some of the rooms have one bed and some have two beds. I believe it ranges in price from $125 a night to $155 a night. So you'll want to check that out online. We only saw them from the outside, but it definitely looked like a nice place to stay. Out behind there, they have what they call the overlook, where you can look out over the water. I believe it's called a cienega. It's like a freshwater wetland marsh area, but the water's super clear so you can see the fish and the turtles and things like that. So it's a really nice spot. Again, this water comes from the San Solomon Springs, which are natural artesian springs, and 15 million gallons flow out every day. They had this neat little section where you could look through glass and see the fish and stuff underwater, but you couldn't see through it anymore. I don't know what happened to it, so maybe they'll get that fixed because that was a really cool spot. So this is going to be the campground where you can bring your camper or your tent. All the sites are nice, level, paved sites. They have covered picnic tables and they have a fire ring and a grill. This is what the hookups look like. Over on this side, these are 30 amp, but they also have some 50 amp as well. They have dumpsters where you can take your trash and throw it away whenever you want. And then they don't have sewer hookups, but they do have a dump station where you can stop and clean out your tanks on the way out. They have a bathroom kind of in the middle of the campground. There's a women's restroom and a men's restroom. They have a water station where you can refill your water bottle, and then they also have some sinks on the other side. They have a couple of family restrooms where anybody can go in, and those have showers as well. This is going to be a look inside the women's restroom. And then this is one of the family bathrooms with the showers. Again, most of the sites do have a covered picnic table, which really helps out in the summer. And then they all have a fire ring and they all have a grill. So we're going to drive through and show the sites and their numbers so that if you decide to reserve one, you know what they look like and you're able to tell which one will be best for you. Also, just to let you know again where this park is, it's going to be about 5 minutes from the interstate, from Interstate 10, and it's going to be about 25 minutes from Interstate 20. It's 6 hours from San Antonio, and it's 7 hours from Dallas, and then it's about 2.5 hours from El Paso, just to let you know where it is along those routes. There aren't any big stores or restaurants or anything like that out in this area, so you do want to make sure that you have your groceries and stuff before you get here. If you do find yourself needing some last minute items, there is a gas station about 5 minutes away in Balmorhea. They do have some propane bottles if you need that for an emergency. And then of course they have some food and drinks and things like that, so you could pick up a few things there in town. I also wanted to let you know the price for this park. It's $7 a person for a day use fee, and that's for people 13 and above. Kids 12 and under are going to be free. And then it's $20 a night for camping. Again, I did want to mention that if you have the Texas State Parks Pass, that day use fee is going to be free. You aren't going to have to pay that. And then your camping is going to be 50% off after the first night. So if you have a big family, a big group, or you're planning on going to a lot of Texas state parks, it's going to be a really good deal. It's $75 for the year, but that's for you and your entire group that comes with you. So it really pays for itself if you use it just a little bit, or like I said, if you have a lot of people. These campsites are all really nice and level. They're all really similar, but some are a little bit different length, and then some have the 30 amp and some have the 50 amp. So you do want to check online and just make sure that you're booking the right thing. The check-in time here in the campground is going to be 2 o'clock, and then the check-out time is going to be 12 o'clock. Also, the office is open every day from 8 to 5. Also, some of the sites here are back ends and some are going to be pull-throughs. Also, just a reminder, if you're going to be out in West Texas in the summer, don't forget that you need plenty of water and plenty of sunscreen because it's very hot. So that was our trip out to Balmorhea State Park. We had a lot of fun. God blessed us with a great day, and we're just excited that we can share it with y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it gave you some information about the park in case you're ever out this way. Please subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more fun stuff that we want to share, and we're just excited about the opportunity, and we appreciate all the support. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you at the next stop.